Alright guys, so before we start our actual lesson today, I have a little bit of a brain pop that I want you to watch, and it just talks about what the difference between grams and kilograms is. I know we've been working with them for a while, but I think this will help us kind of see some different examples and then also see that pan balance being used just a little bit too. So it's just a few minutes long and then I'll go right into our lesson.
What are grams? A paper clip has a mass of about 1 gram. A pen cap also has a mass of about 1 gram. Right, a peanut is about 1 gram too. Moby, I think an average strawberry is greater than 1 gram. Let's measure to find out for sure. Let's see. This strawberry has a mass of 7 grams. The abbreviation for grams is G. This apple has a mass of 192 grams, so its mass is greater than the strawberry's mass. You can use a balance scale to measure mass. Not quite, Moby. A balance scale has a beam with a container on each end. When you put something on one end, the beam tips. Each of these is 1 gram. You add them one by one on the other end of the scale until the beam is even. Most scales have a guide that tells you when it's balanced. So the mass of this raspberry is about 3 grams. What are kilograms? 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. A baseball bat, a dictionary, a pineapple, and a bag of flour are each about 1 kilogram. This cantaloupe has a mass of about 2 kilograms. The abbreviation for kilograms is kg. This watermelon has a mass of about 5 kilograms. This tiger has a mass of about 213 kilograms. Moby, where did you get that? You got it in aisle 3? Which unit should you use when you measure mass? When you measure mass, think about what unit you want to use. Grams are good units when you measure things with smaller masses. I know a carrot is less than 1 kilogram, so it's better to measure it in grams. For larger things, it makes more sense to measure in kilograms. Right. You can measure people in kilograms. Anyway, Moby, those sock-flavored chips aren't very healthy. What are you eating now? Toe cheese doodle.
So it was just a quick video to show you a little bit more about grams and kilograms and then about one of these pan balances as well. Because today we're going to work a little bit more on how to actually use one of these to measure mass. And I wanted you to see the video just because we can't be together today to actually put something on that scale and see how it tilts. But it says a pan balance with gram and kilogram weights can be used to find the mass of an object. What is the mass of a box of chalk? So what we would do if we were together in the classroom, we would grab this box of chalk right here and we would just set it on one side of the balance. And then the balance scale would obviously tip down because there's weight on this side and there wouldn't be anything on this side. And what we would do is we would grab some of these different weights, maybe a kilogram, 500, and start placing them on there until these lines right here in the middle went back to being even next to each other. And that would tell us that the box of chalk that was on this side and the amount of weight that was on this side were the same. And so that would mean we knew exactly how much in grams or kilograms that box of chalk weighed. And that's kind of what they're showing you here. They placed it on one side, they placed a bunch of weights on the other side in order to count up all the weights, 1 kilogram weight, 2 100 gram weights, and 4 10-gram weights. They counted up all of those together and found out that The mass of this is 1 kilogram and 240 grams, or you can say that as 1,240 grams, since we know that 1 kilogram is the same as 1,000 grams. If you were going to use a scale or a pan balance to measure half of a box of chalk, so we know that a whole box is 1,240 grams. If we were just going to measure half of that, would we measure in kilograms or grams? And the question is basically asking you, hey, what is 1,240 divided by 2? And maybe we can't do that yet in our heads, but don't we know that if we only have 1,000 and we're breaking it in 2 pieces, we're not still going to be in the thousands if we only have 1,000 and a little bit extra. So we're going to be under 1,000. And if we're under 1,000, are we at a whole kilogram? No. So we would definitely want to measure that in grams, because we know we're going to be under 1,000 grams, so we're not at a full kilogram. So it would make the most sense to grab some of those grams, those different size gram pieces, and try to measure a half box of chalk. Okay, this is something you might want to try. Obviously, you might not have a pan balance at your house, but even if you use 2 hands, one of our hands is maybe a little bit stronger than the other, but it gives you a kind of an idea. Grab something around your house and then maybe use coins in your other hand, some quarters, some nickels, some dimes, some pennies, and see how many coins it takes to weigh about the same as whatever that item is you're using in your other hand. And you can use your hands almost like a pan balance. You just kind of have to use it for feeling it out. Let's think about this question though. If you were to use a pan balance to measure the mass of a pen, so like a pen that you would write with, would you use any kilogram weights? Now remember, 1 kilogram weighs about the same as a heavy textbook, or maybe a baseball bat. So if we were thinking about measuring a pen that we write with, we would not need kilogram weights, because there's no way it would get even close to weighing a kilogram. It would be so much smarter to weigh that in grams. And then over here, I'll grab my pen again. We're just going to write the total mass of these pictures. And really, guys, what you're doing is just adding the numbers together. If this is 1 kilogram, we know that's 1,000 grams, another 1,000, another 1,000, and then 500. So we've got 1,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,000 plus 500, or the same as saying 3,500 grams. And there's another way we could say that. We could say, hey, Miss Arnold, I don't want to think about all these thousands. I just want to think about this 1, 2, 3 kilograms and 500 grams. And that's totally fine. You can say it either way because they're both correct, because 3,000 grams means the same thing as 3 kilograms. So I would accept either one of those answers because either one of them is correct. I'll switch colors for us to come down here to number 4. Lots to keep track of here, but easy numbers we're working with. Doesn't look like we have any kilograms anywhere, but we do have 2 hundreds. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grams for a total of 245 grams. The dogs are going crazy in the background. So these are the kind you might see on a test, but if you ever want to practice, just use one of those pan balances or even your hands and get pretty close to just see how that measurement kind of works. And I'm sure there's some places online you can go to look up a pan balance and play with some of these weights and drag them into the pan balance and drag different items there. So you can practice measuring that way too. You just won't be able to kind of feel it or see it in real life.